Check 1, 2, check.
Check. Check 1, 2, check.
Yeah, you got to lean in there.
You got to lean in there. Yeah.
That might be uncomfortable for you.
It might be uncomfortable.
The way you're sitting.
I feel like a child imitating you.
Exactly.
I got nothing else, though. I'm just going to say what you say tonight.
Oh, great.
You told me we were doing this podcast like half an hour ago.
I did?
Pretty much.
No, I asked this morning.
When did I check it, though? I didn't know until tonight.
Yeah, you knew this morning.
I don't think I commented, did I?
You did. Oh, if you hear that beeping.
What is the beeping?
That's my email. It's only in your headset anyway.
Oh, so the Podbinskis won't hear that?
No.
It's very distracting.
No.
They're going to think I'm losing it.
It's because we're in my garage cave and I'm still getting Wi-Fi signal.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Well, you got stuff?
I think I'll think of something.
All right. It's like us to do this off the cuff.
Let's go.
All right. Warning. This podcast will be an injurious waste of your time. Warning. This podcast will be an injurious waste of your time.
Yeah, good morning. I'll take a medium with 2 sugar and a medium regular, please.
DDT.
Duff.
Back in the garage cave.
Back for another week in the garage cave.
I heard it went pretty well last week. Some good feedback from the folks.
Oh, yeah?
The folks that I interact with on a day-to-day basis that can't get enough of me, I guess, all day, and they want to keep listening to me when they're not around me. So that's cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's cool. Yeah.
And those weren't the people in Japan that I pointed out today.
I saw that.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Who the hell is listening to us in Japan?
I know one guy in Japan, actually.
You think it's him?
Might be him.
You got to be kidding.
I don't know.
How
many millions of people in Japan?
Yeah, but I mean, he must know you're doing a podcast, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe he does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I talked to him a few times.
Okay.
He's my supplier of motorcycle parts for my bike.
Guy.
Yeah.
Well, did the concept of a podcast come up when you were talking?
I don't think it ever did.
Oh.
Takashi.
Interesting.
Takashi.
How do you work through the language barrier?
Speaks English.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And he's a bike guy.
Yep.
How about that?
Yeah.
Because your Japanese can't be that strong.
Domo arigato.
Honda.
Suzuki.
Toyota. Origami. Back and forth.
Chopsticks.
Simbitsu and
Domo.
Simbitsu and Omagami. You know what? I remember this was not planned, this Japanese discussion.
This part, no.
But in Japanese culture, they have a unique thing when someone travels where you send the traveler off with special presents before the trip. And then when they return, which is pretty common, I guess, in many cultures, is they give you presents back from the trip.
Oh, okay. Right, of course.
So it's like you have this on a personal level with your bike guy.
Yes.
You talk to him and send him good wishes, and he sends you good bike parts.
That's right. Exactly. He does when he has them.
Let's get to business.
Should I apologize then?
What do you got to apologize for?
Well, we have to apologize once again to JB.
Oh, gosh.
For excluding him.
Oh, apologize to him.
I'm apologizing.
Excuse me.
Directly.
Yeah.
Directly to JB.
No. I was going to say I'm apologizing to JB as well, but to the many good listeners, I'm not sure if they need an apology.
Yeah, I don't know, but we should apologize to JB because, well, I mean, it wasn't completely our fault.
Well, it wasn't our fault at all.
No.
But I feel bad because I hesitated on a wonderful invitation. If it wasn't such a crazy week for me, him and his offer of fine beverages and
I don't think he offered
he
beverages.
He said there'd be plenty of beer for me and hard liquor for you.
Oh. Yeah. I didn't notice.
You didn't catch that.
No, I did not.
He said that, and I just assumed maybe we could have the game on in the background, and it would have been good. But my point was, when he says 7:10, we're looking at 7:30, and then we're looking at chatting forever like we did tonight.
Exactly.
before we even get filming.
Right, and then me setting up
Yeah.
and everything.
Oh, so
setting up the equipment.
so 7:10 turns into 9:30, and I'm out of there by midnight.
Because you were here, let's say, at 5:15.
5:15
on
sharp.
this Thursday evening.
Thursday evening.
And we're starting about 5:45.
Yeah, so there you go.
So half an hour.
Yeah, so I don't think as fun as
that-
it would have been, I just think I asked for a rain check.
7:10 would have been 7:40.
Yeah.
And then 8:40.
Ugh.
By the time you leave.
Most people know how it is.
Yeah.
Most people know how it is.
Yeah.
Now,
unfortunately, we're not at Scotty's Diner. So I should apologize to Scotty
we
and the group
definitely need to.
there. Because we
We
got to get
actually
back
have
there.
a host studio, and we've unfrequented it now, twice in a row?
Yeah, but this is my fault for this.
This one's your fault.
Yeah, this one's on me.
But you
for
know what?
going out of town.
It's still stupid because we could have been doing this Saturday morning at the corner diner.
We could. I'm actually available Saturday morning, but JB is still not available
So,
Saturday morning.
and it is what it is. I mean, although JB made a good point, he was available Sunday, which was Plan A,
Which
all
is
along.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're right.
but with you not being available, you're the
I'm the-
what's the word? The
producer.
controller, the producer, the
I'm
editor.
the producer and the editor.
You're the everything.
The guy with the gear.
Yeah, so we can't do it without you.
Well, you could.
Yeah.
Just wouldn't be the same. Anyway,
It'd be like episode 1, season 1.
That's right. That's right.
Shot on a cell phone.
That's right.
With limited perks.
That's right.
So yeah.
So my apologies to JB.
Sorry, JB.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Or is that-
Scotty.
Or is that BJ?
Not BJ. Sorry, BJ, and sorry, Scotty.
Yeah.
What
Or
do
is that Scotty?
What did I say?
Said Scotty.
Okay. I love Scotty's.
Oh yeah.
I've been back a couple times.
Have you?
Like just for other food and
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah.
The pizza is unreal.
Oh,
Like
there you go.
I have an image in my mind of what a good pizza is.
Yeah.
And I've liked JoJo's in Stittsville. You ever had that?
No.
It's good. It's kind of like how I like it.
Right.
You know, not too thick, but cheesy and good pepperoni and lots of different toppings.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Gabriel's, more meaty, more substance than like a chain,
Okay.
like Pizza and
right. Yeah.
oh my
Little
God, what's the
Caesars.
other big one? Yeah, Little Caesars and Domino's. Sorry, is the one I'm
Domino's,
trying to think of. I
right.
don't mind a Domino's every now and then because it's dirt cheap.
Yeah.
in
yeah.
tough times.
In tough time. In
Cost hacking to
Yes.
come, if everyone remembers.
Go for the chain pizza.
Yeah. So anyway, no, God, no. Well,
if you want to spend
every now and then, if you're having
$15 for a large,
if
as
you're
opposed
having
to
a
30.
big dinner party, you can
Yeah.
do a DDT style and
Yeah.
grab a nice Scotty's pizza and then a whole bunch of Domino's pizzas for the guests.
Actually, we go Little Caesars.
I don't mind
You
the
know,
little,
which
Little
is-
Caesars with the crispy edges.
Which
I don't know
is
what that one's called.
it's called crispy edges.
No, it's got some fancy name. Anyways, they have the amazing commercial about it. You go in there thinking you're getting this giant pizza, and it's literally 4 little squares. It's
Yeah.
like 4 squares.
Well, they always have a deal. You can get
Yeah.
like 2 mediums for like $13.
Yeah. So, anyways, back to Scotty's. I mean, if anyone's looking for a decent pizza in the west end of Ottawa, it's pretty centrally located, especially if you're traveling west to Canada from Ottawa.
Yeah.
Swing through downtown, beautiful Bell's Corners, and grab yourself a Scotty's Meat Lovers. My goodness.
Scotty's Meat Lovers. Okay.
It had all your common meats, I guess, right?
Your
It had
pepperonis.
It had sausage, meatballs, bacon, and pepperoni.
Oh, very nice.
Did it have sausage? I don't want to get this wrong. It probably did. As a meat lovers,
Yeah,
it
well, I
probably
would
has
think a
4.
meat lover was
Whatever
a-
it had, though, it was unreal.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
it was unreal. So you can
Good
order
sauce.
up a pizza. Yeah,
Nice
great
amount of
like a
cheese.
mild sauce, like a nice
Nice
not
amount of
too
cheese.
not too timey. Sometimes it's got a bit too
right.
much like spice. No. Where's that? There's another place. Oh my God, why are we talking so much about pizza?
Oh, no, it just came off
There's a
dinner.
fancy new pizza place in that plaza down off Eagleson. It might have been near the coffee shop that we once went to during COVID that is no longer around. Anyways, you know that area?
Like the Michael Copeland area.
Yeah, no, more down near like the Mary Browns and the
Oh,
Bar Burrito
right.
and all that.
Oh, they have a pizza place. in
Anyhow,
there?
it's got a funky name and it's a neat pizza, but it's describing the sauce I'm trying to describe right now. It's like a spicy sauce. It's called Red something.
Yeah, I
You ever
don't
hear
know.
of this? Red Dragon Pizza, maybe? Does that
No.
ring a bell?
Nope.
See, I'm already missing JB.
For his fact checking. I know.
Because here I am trying to
fact check yourself.
Red Dragon Pizza. Is that it? Is that a thing?
I have no clue.
Now open in Ottawa. That's it. For once I remembered something vaguely. 782 Eagleson Road. So it's a very unique pizza. It's like oven baked, all that stuff. It's got funky shit. I think it's more of a oval than a circle kind of thing. Okay. I really liked it, but a little bit on the
spicy
side for a sauce. Yeah.
I'm going to have to check it out then.
We're going to have a pizza episode
sometime. Yes, we'll have to.
Because there are some advantages to different kinds of pizza. And depending on your mood, I don't always go for the same pizza. But now that I've found Scotty's, I bet you I'll be getting 80% of my pizza from Scotty's.
Oh, okay.
I swear.
That's good.
Yeah, not
You'll
to
like
mention.
to hear that.
Well, 100%. Not to mention the club sandwiches and the poutine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and the breakfast.
Well, the breakfasts are to die for.
I know.
Yeah. But I mean, if you don't feel like cooking and you're heading home after a busy day, boom.
You can go to Bell's Corners Vegas.
Scotty's.
Can we say that? Bell's Corners Vegas?
I always think
Does that make sense?
Stitz Vegas.
Stitz Vegas.
But Bell's Corners, we need another one for Bell's Corners.
Yeah. Well, we'll come up with that. Maybe the good listener will tell us.
I think so.
What can we nickname Bell's Corners?
I like that. Send us an email, text us,
tweet
us at CCC.
Yeah.
So what do you got on your menu over there?
Oh, I've got, nothing. As usual.
I actually have two picks. And
you got two picks.
I think one is pretty appropriate for Lanark. I watched it on, and this is what I cannot figure out.
Yeah.
Okay. We talked about Netflix and their algorithm for making suggestions.
Yeah.
That's one thing, and I get it. It's fascinating. But how can they honestly say a top 10 movie in Canada this week is from 1999? Here I go again with a fact check.
Fact check. Fact check.
It is called
making me work on this episode.
Deep End of the Ocean. Have you ever heard of that?
Never heard of that.
Well, I bet you have, because I didn't think I heard of it either.
Uh-huh.
Deep End of the Ocean. 1999. Okay? And Netflix tries to tell us, there, I'll show you there.
Deep End of the Ocean drama.
1999. Yeah. Netflix is trying to tell us.
Michelle Pfeiffer?
I believe it is. Or is it? I'll give you a little read in a minute.
Oh, okay.
But you're not telling me this week that more people watched that movie in Canada than any other movie, except maybe 9, if it was 10, but it wasn't. It was literally like the 3rd or 4th on the list.
Yeah.
Now, do they tailor those to the individual and they say it's the top 10 likely movie you would like in Canada? Like, it's not. It's definitely not recommended for me. It was literally in the top 10.
Trending?
Whereas my wife has a different top 10. Like, it's... So I call on Netflix to fess up and tell us what's going on with this stuff.
With their
You don't have to
algorithms.
give us... Well, no, this is my point. You don't have to tell us how the algorithms work for the suggested for you category.
Yeah.
But how the hell does a 1999 movie that DDT and myself claim to have never heard of before suddenly appear there?
Yeah.
Anyways, as I read it, I was in. Okay, anything freaky
this is
like
your
this?
Lanark pick?
This is the Lanark pick.
right.
It's perfect. 1999.
Okay. Yeah.
It's it's probably 1998 up there, but it's close. It'll actually be like from the future. After Beth Capadero's youngest son, Michael Pfeiffer, in brackets. So she's Beth Capadero.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah. Or Michelle Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer.
Her youngest son, Ben, vanishes in Chicago. It's sad. It's scary.
Oh.
So my wife remembers watching it in 1999.
Okay.
So as soon as I said, look at this, she's like, no.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a scary movie?
Well, if you're a parent and your kid vanishes, it's a story of an abducted child.
It's based on a true story?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
youngest son vanishes in Chicago. So the kid's probably like 3 and vanishes, okay?
Oh,
She slowly descends into a deep depression, affecting her husband, Pat. His name is Treat Williams.
Treat Williams, okay.
You've heard that name before?
Yeah, of course.
He's probably big up in Lanark. I've never heard that name, but he looked familiar.
And the Ottawa Valley.
Yeah, he must have been in something else, eh?
Yeah, he was in a few things.
So it affects the husband and her other children, Jonathan Jackson and Alexa Vega. Relocating to Chicago several years later, they are shocked to discover a local boy named Sam, who looks strikingly similar to Ben. Along with Detective Candy Bliss, Whoopi Goldberg. I've heard that name.
I don't know who she is.
Whoopi Goldberg. She's good actress. You've never heard of her?
No.
Huh. The family must relive their trauma and find out the truth about Sam.
You
I
watched it?
I got like chills right now
And
just
you actually
thinking
watched
about it. I watched it from start to finish, and at the very end, I'm like, maybe I did see this before. You ever get that feeling?
Yeah.
But I swear, it's a 2.5 hour movie, and at like the 2 hour 20-minute mark, I'm like, I think I just saw this before. Or maybe it was just me realizing I just watched it for the last 2 hours and 20 minutes. I don't know.
It might have been.
But it's cool. So like kids
I'll watch it
lost, family moves. The dad is a rock star holding the family together. The mom's falling apart.
Right.
They find the kid. It's him. It's
actually him.
Spoiler alert. Like obviously it's him.
Yeah.
But then the neat part of the movie is just how hard it is for everybody to come to grips with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because here's a kid that's now with another family.
Right.
Oh, I'll give another spoiler alert. Yeah. It's that good. I don't know who's really going to watch it. Eh?
I'm going to watch it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Then I won't say anything
Thanks
else.
for the spoiler
I won't
for me.
say anything else because there's some really believable things that happen to present a modern scenario that really isn't anyone's fault. So, yes, the kid was stolen, but then it's like he's got this whole life. I think it was like, 6 or 9 years later? I think it was 9 years later.
Right.
So your 3-year-old is now 12. You don't remember what things were like when you were 3, when you're 12. So the kid only has this present experience, and then it's like he's being stolen again, right? Stolen to go back. He's stolen back.
Yeah.
So the dad, the
treat.
So the dad of the boy from ages 3 to 12, devastated. He's super sad.
Okay.
So the mini spoiler I'll give you is he had nothing to do with the thievery.
Right.
So his life is turned upside down. The boy's life's turned upside down. He tries to go back to the original family. They're super excited, but it's not smooth.
Yeah.
I just got that distracting ding again, which you say the Podbeanskis don't hear.
They won't hear that.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless
it's going right through my head, right?
Well, let's say you put your headphone up against your
fine.
mic.
It's all good. Anyhow, I'll no more spoilers. It's a neat film. It's got only a 6.3 out of 10 ranking on IMDb, 43% on Rotten Tomatoes. But I was captivated. I thought it was really good. And I think the Lanark folk will be perfect for them. I think they'll really like it.
Okay, good.
It's got simple language, and it's from a simple time, and it's perfect, you know.
And probably available on VHS.
It's easily available
at the
on
corner
VHS
store.
Up in Ferguson Falls. Yeah. And Hopetown. Okay.
Yeah. What was the name of it again? So the Lanark Pick of the Week from Duff.
From the Netflix is Deep End of the Ocean, circa 1999.
Nice.
Where were you in 1999?
I was in Ottawa. I was working.
Do you remember what you did for New Year's Eve 1999?
Oh yes, I worked.
Did you actually work New Year's
had to
Eve?
work.
No way.
Yeah, remember it was going from 99 to 2000.
Okay. Well, of course
and that
I
was
remember.
A big.
Well, this is why I bring it up. It
year.
was a unique year.
Yeah, so I worked in the news industry as a cameraman back then.
CHRO?
Correct.
Up in Pembroke.
Now known then as the new RO.
Do you think they picked that up?
I think so.
That was me. That was me rushing dinner to get over here on time.
I can't remember.
I
can't remember what I was saying.
You were at the new RO.
Let's paint the picture for a second.
No, there's no need to.
You leaned, and I automatically knew what was going to happen.
It's really, really bad to keep in gas. Did you know that?
True.
It's you're supposed to.
I mean, I've been holding it in the whole time.
Oh, don't bother. Well, maybe you should. Yeah. I don't mind releasing mine. It's fresh. Like you won't smell it. The bad toots are the ones from people that don't go to the bathroom, right? and they're constipated and it's in there for days.
That's true.
And the gas is horrendous.
Very true.
If it's a quick, like, if it's your last meal being digested, it can't possibly smell that bad.
Okay.
Anyways.
Well, I hadn't smelled
We'll save
anything.
that topic for another day.
We're a few feet apart. So.
Yeah. So New Year's
So
Eve,
where was I again?
1999.
Oh, yes. Back to that story.
New RO.
The new RO, the news, and of course they decided that they were going to cover the celebrations around the city.
And the potential chaos.
Chaos, exactly. And so they sent the news crews out to different locations. I believe I was at the famous Barrymore's location.
Okay.
Barrymore's nightclub. Which was a great bar, nightclub.
I don't know.
Live performance.
I don't know about great.
Well, yeah, it was. It hosted a lot of great bands over the years.
I don't know about great bands.
Live performance venue in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Is it still around?
Teach his own. Wouldn't know. Well, if
I don't know.
If it was great, I'm sure it is.
I've had already a couple of fact checks. I don't know if I want to put this in there.
Barrymore's.
Should I look it up?
No.
No. Okay. That's cool.
So that's where you were.
That's where I was with a reporter covering, and nothing happened.
Do you remember who the reporter was?
I believe, yes. I believe it was Cindy Edwards.
Cindy Edwards.
Yeah. If my memory serves, it was Cindy Edwards.
I wonder if
If it doesn't, then it wasn't her.
I wonder if Cindy's in a garage cave somewhere doing a podcast.
Cindy
right
is
now.
not. She has found great success down in Florida
No way.
as a host, TV host.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Good
Serious.
for her.
Yeah, she's doing really well.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it almost seems like a national export. I think we send a lot of news folks south of the border.
Yeah,
They
it's
seem to
very
hit
possible.
their groove down there and land in different places, eh?
Yeah, I know a couple that went down from the new RO and are doing well down in the States,
That's crazy.
hosting TV shows.
Isn't one of my favorite guys down there, or was till I lost CNN? Is it Ali Vecchi? Is that name sound familiar? Ali?
I don't know.
Isn't he a Canadian? One of these guys is like, I couldn't believe he was Canadian
Yeah.
because he embraced the whole American flavor of
Wow.
broadcasting. Like they really assimilate easily too, I think,
for
right?
sure. Well, they like them because there's no accent.
There's no accents.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Peter Jennings from
Peter
the-
Jennings, yeah.
He was a big famous ABC nightly news
Yeah, of
anchor.
course, he was
Yeah.
Canadian. Isn't that
Canadian.
amazing?
Yeah.
Lloyd Robertson.
Well, he never went down to the
All
States.
right.
Yeah.
Leslie
Alex
Ronaldo. Alex Trebek.
Alex
The list
Trebek.
goes on and
the
on.
list goes on, yeah.
So
Robert Maxwell.
So where was I, you ask? New Year's Eve,
I never
1999.
asked.
I'll share it anyways.
I know you will.
And then at another time, I'll tell you where it was, New Year's Eve, 1998. That's probably a better story.
Oh, God.
God. I was in New York City for the ball drop in 1998.
Okay. All right.
That was a
I thought it was
show.
going to be another one of your. I was out in the
Tony
field.
Gabriel stories. No,
Well, that.
out in
but
the field.
I was out in the field in the
Working.
car, and there
Yeah.
was the cows
Oh,
surrounding,
that
kissing,
no, that was
licking my
summertime.
face
That was a
and
good
stuff.
one.
Yeah.
It wasn't my face. That was Tiny's.
Oh, your buddy's face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good one.
Yeah. That was a Tony Gabriel.
I just asked about it because when I think of 1999, I do remember the paranoia ramping.
Yeah, because they thought all the computers would.
Ramping to a fever pitch at New Year's Eve, December 31st, 1999.
Yeah.
So I did succumb to a little bit of that.
Oh.
And I did, by that, I mean, I gathered up stuff. I prepped.
Okay.
I prepped a little bit because what if the power went off and what if you couldn't get cash? So I do remember getting a rather large amount of cash, but gradually,
Right.
like just having it at home.
Right.
And it was enough
Where
to.
were you hiding it?
I think I put it in a safe,
In a jar?
in
Cookie jar?
an actual safe, and it wasn't a lot of money. It got me through to about 2012, 2011, maybe.
It wasn't a lot of money.
I'm just kidding.
I stored $100,000 in my.
But think about how much, like
house.
back then, $100 was a lot of money. It seemed like
Yeah, well, that's true.
I probably pulled out, $1,000
Today's
or something.
$100 would be worth
Yeah.
about 30.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the $1,000 I probably prepped with back then would get me groceries for
Yeah.
a month now. So I did that, and we made it up to Eganville, I think, for a little family party that night.
Okay. All right.
And I remember,
Well, that's part of. Well, it's not part of Lanark. It's part
Yeah.
of Renfrew County.
yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
They might have not had power. Something might have happened up there.
Well, you know what it is? Yeah, Renfrew County for sure.
Yeah.
They might not have even been on the grid.
No, exactly.
This is what
They're
gets
off
me.
grid.
All this stuff we're worried about in a modern world with hacking and bugs and
Yeah.
different things like that. Disconnect everything from damn computers. Like, why does the electricity system technically have to be digitized? Like, it seems like such an important infrastructure. Why not run it?
Well,
Like, how there's some facilities that are close to some of the U.S. military research sites. There's nothing going in or out. They're literally locked in there to avoid that.
yeah.
Why can't we run our power systems like that?
Well, the strange thing to me is the fact that they're not that they're run by computers. I mean, that would make sense these days.
Yeah, sure.
Of course. But that they're hooked up
To China.
to the internet.
I know.
Right?
That's what I mean.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, you're hooking up your whole entire electric grid to the internet.
Yeah. So what if Homer Simpson can't check his email from the desk he's actually running the power off?
Exactly.
Like, it's...
Well, I mean, they could have intranet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd
Which
be good
is
enough.
just within the facility.
Yeah.
Well, why do they have? But no, they're hooked up to the internet.
These
Which-
things we'll never figure
Which,
out.
oddly enough, the internet was it not? I don't want to do another fact check, but because we have a lot of
Want
those
me to
in the
Google
show.
the internet?
No, but it wasn't not established, shall we say,
Yeah.
by the U.S. military in the first place.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Yeah, I believe it was.
It had to have been.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
So they were their own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Hooked everything up to the internet, in order to only be hacked by
Yeah.
bad actors.
Oh my God. Well, I don't even remember what topic
Just like
we're on
this
here,
show has
DDT.
been hijacked
We've been
by
hacked.
bad actors. Hacked by bad actors.
Oh, should we just transition into
It was your.
hacks?
It was
Oh,
your.
the New Year's Eve thing. That was just
New
out
Year's
of the blue.
Eve, yeah.
Yeah. But no, it
was
if I
based on
remember, it was a fun New Year's Eve. And to wrap it up, nothing really happened.
No.
Eh?
No.
The clocks just kept rolling.
I know it was like a non-story.
It was a
and
non-story the next day.
The new RO wasted all this money
Yeah.
sending us out.
Oh, ridiculous.
But that all was brought up by your Lanark pick of the week.
Yeah, which we will finally wrap up.
And I wanted to follow up on add my own Lanark pick,
Okay.
and I'm going to say AMC,
Ah.
the station, the channel, the US based
Yes,
movie
yes,
channel.
yes.
Because this month,
I love AMC.
for 31 straight days,
Yeah.
they're playing horror movies.
Nice.
And all these
Oh,
horror movies
leading into All Hallows
Halloween,
Eve, of
exactly,
course.
yeah. And these horror movies are all, from that era.
Like the 90s, 80s, 90s.
Well, even Jaws, they played Jaws, which
Okay.
was 75, I believe.
Oh, yeah, that's older, yeah.
So yeah, that. But yeah, 80s, 90s. They
Yeah.
have Halloween. They
Yeah.
have A Nightmare on Elm Street. They have all these great Lanark movies, which I'm sure are available on the VHS.
All horrorish, though.
All horrorish, yes.
HORRORISH.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's my Lanark pick of the week.
Is
They probably don't
AMC
even get it.
No, well,
in Lanark.
no, I guess they wouldn't.
Yeah.
But they might leave and go to a hotel in Pembroke or something and
Yeah.
catch it there.
Yeah. True.
2 Summers on Netflix is my modern pick. I just want to go through it real quick because it was
You watch a lot
captivating.
of Netflix.
Well, now that the Jays are out,
All right. I've been watching the.
this week I seem to have watched a lot of Netflix
All right.
as I get over my extreme disappointment,
Well,
which
now
we
we've
won't even
got the
talk about.
Ottawa Senators Hockey Club starting
Oh,
up
gosh,
tonight as well.
Which is another reason why we pushed the cast early.
Earlier, we wanted to watch the opening.
Yeah, JB, again, apologies, because he was willing to do it at 7:10,
7:10.
which is probably 2 minutes after puck drop. So
Yeah, can't have that
not a realistic option.
No.
Yeah.
on opening night.
So 2 Summers,
2 summers, yeah.
and I think in the Dutch language it was called Twee Zommers,
Okay.
because it's one
I
of
could
those.
go knock on my neighbor's door. He's Dutch.
No way.
Yeah.
Does he
Ask
wear
him.
Does he wear the wooden shoes?
The Lederhosen? Oh, that's German.
that's
is it?
German,
Is that
yeah.
German? Yeah.
What do they call it? The Netherlands.
The nether regions. You call it the Netherlands or Holland?
So I was going to say, I listened to a whole thing on the radio about the naming of the Netherlands and all this stuff. And I'd like to say I learned something, but I'm just confused thinking back. So there's the Netherlands and there's the Kingdom of the Netherlands. And there's Holland, which is only a part of the Netherlands, I believe.
Okay.
And Holland, if I'm not mistaken, being the lowest part, the lowlands, which it's often called sometimes, the Low Countries.
Okay.
You've heard that? Extremely confusing.
Should I go get him?
No. But the Kingdom of the Netherlands part was rather interesting because it includes other countries, such as Curacao. Did you know that?
Yes.
I saw Curacao in the Little League World Series beating up on our Canadian 12-year-olds, if I remember. So Curacao.
They're in the Caribbean, or is that Caribbean?
In the Caribbean. And is it St. Martin?
St. Martin.
Half of St. Martin has a Dutch side.
Yeah.
And then there's one other
and it's spelled
obscure
differently. There's
country.
St. Martin.
Yeah, that's right.
Martin.
That's the French.
And then there's
Saint Martin.
Martin.
That's the French.
Marten.
Yeah. How do you know all this?
Smart
Looks
guy.
beautiful.
Smart guy.
Now on St. Martin, heaven forbid I know which side, likely the French side, it's got this friggin' runway that goes over the
right
beach.
over
You
the
must
beach.
have
Yeah,
seen
I've
videos
seen
of that.
that. Yeah.
It's a super short
That's very
runway.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these beachgoers are standing on the beach, and the airplane looks like it's about 20 feet over them.
Oh, yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
digress.
They stand. Okay, just on that note, you can look this up on
the YouTube.
the YouTube.
Yeah.
And so when the planes, they land coming in that way.
That's right.
So when they come right overhead.
Jeez.
But when they take off,
Yeah.
they, I believe,
Go the other way? Okay.
But they come to this side of the runway where the
Oh,
beachgoers
yeah,
are.
you're right.
And the jet wash.
Yes, I've seen that too.
Especially from the big.
Just spits it out.
Yeah, those people are hanging onto the fences and get blown away
Yeah.
by the jet wash.
No.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
It's
as
crazy because I can't see myself partaking in any of that if I went all the way to St. Martin. I'd be at the other end of the beach.
I think, but I think it's so well known that you go to that part of the beach.
Do it once.
Just to have that experience.
Sacrifice an hour of your time.
Exactly.
So 2 summers. The story of a group of bosom friends.
Didn't you explain this last week?
Are you kidding me? Was this the pick last week?
Well, I remember you reading about 2 bosom friends.
I may have, because I probably started it before last week.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe you
We
already
need a
picked
list.
this.
We need a list.
Read it out again?
Well, I don't know if I want to. If you think I did before.
Well, just read it out.
I think I did. I think I did.
My memory.
Yeah. They come into conflict when they are extorted with images of a fateful evening during a holiday 30 years earlier.
Yes, I believe you did say that one.
JB just JB just listened to the episode. He should have told us. He usually comments on the picks.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow, it's that good. It's been recommended twice. Just
nice cover.
Just like Cobra Kai, probably, and those other ones.
Cool. Great cover up.
It's freaky.
Yeah.
I still say
You're still going though, eh? You're still going on the episode?
No, I'm done.
Oh, you're done.
Like
okay.
I think that's what happened. I think
you're done.
I got into it 2 weeks ago, got excited, shared it, and now just finished it.
Right.
And thought I should recommend it.
Gotcha.
Money saving hack of the week.
Oh, here we go.
Money saving hacks.
I got a good one. I think I do, and it's rather.
I've got one too.
It's rather timely.
I've actually got one too.
So
yeah,
mine's food related once again, and it has to do with the turkey dinner.
Should I make an opening for that? Money saving hack of the week.
I thought you did already.
No, I didn't.
Too expensive?
Yeah.
Okay, find one. Change.
We'll change.
The falling change. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I could do monies like my usual voice with the little ching ching and then going into the jars or something.
Do it. Money saving hack of the week.
I'll look it up.
The turkey dinner.
If I got time this week when I'm editing, I'll
do it. So the turkey dinner. Now everybody thinks, it's just the turkey dinner. I can't believe how long a turkey can last.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So when you go buy your, I don't know how you guys do it. You guys get it all ordered in, I guess, still.
Yeah.
There's a hack right there. Maybe cook it yourself.
Ouch.
So when I get the
I've had turkey all week though.
So we were planning to do a big dinner at my parents' place. My poor mom was sick.
Oh, no.
So she did not want to host. So that told me, she's sick enough for sure.
Yeah.
So, and the problem was I said, okay, well, I'll get something together. My dad came over and whatever, but it was last second. So there I am on Saturday trying to find a turkey. And my usual spot, No Frills, I bought all the trimmings, but they had no turkey.
Yeah.
So then I just got thinking, well, I might actually succumb to this frenzy of, there's no turkeys because it's too late. But I went across the road to Food Basics and found a whole big cooler of lovely turkeys.
Oh, nice.
So I grabbed probably a medium-sized turkey, like 7 kilograms or like, I don't know, 16 pounds or something.
7 kilograms is quite
big, eh?
Yeah.
Well, it couldn't have been that big then.
Yeah, because I'll tell you, just as an aside,
7 pounds.
as a side to your story,
Yeah.
that we were at my mother-in-law's place.
Yeah.
And there was 4 of us.
Yeah.
So my wife, my son, and my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
She had bought a 6.3 kilogram turkey,
6 kilograms,
which is about 14 pounds.
Okay.
2.2 pounds per kilogram.
Okay.
And it was, I'm still eating it.
So that's okay. You know what? I think it was 7 kilograms then, what I got.
We had that on Sunday.
Yeah.
It turned out fantastic, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so this is the point then. You think it may be a lot of money for the turkey. I think I paid $38 for the turkey.
That is a lot of money.
It did seem like a lot, and I was wondering, well, maybe that's because it was...
I think she paid like 22.
Well, then that's a steal.
Yeah.
So 38 for a big turkey. It fed 6 adults, the main dinner. It provided food for soup for like 2 more meals and 1 more full meal of like turkey sandwiches, you know? So it per people meals, what are we talking? 6, 12, 8, like almost 20 meals.
Wow.
Right? Of turkey.
Yeah.
So
what are you saying? Like go out and buy a turkey every week?
Well, what I'm saying is, and I think the turkey industry needs to do a better job with this, is turkey should not just before Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter.
Yeah.
Why not find yourself and maybe your mother-in-law has figured this out. Maybe she bought that turkey off season, as they say. Maybe they're cheaper then. I don't know.
I don't know when she bought it.
But imagine buying a nice turkey in the middle of February or July, for heaven's sakes. And there's 75% of your dinners and lunches kind of taken care of for that week.
That's if you don't mind eating
a lot of turkey
for a week. Yeah.
Or eat your fill in a day and a half, freeze the rest. The soup freezes well.
Sure.
Oh my God.
Another month, take it out.
The turkey stock I make too now. I don't know if you guys do that.
No.
So instead of buying the boxed sort of salty broths to make your soups,
right.
I made the equivalent of probably 8 liters of broth from the from the turkey leftovers. Yeah. So grade A turkey broth.
Yeah.
The broth alone pays back. So these stupid boxes sometimes they cost $2, right? For a box of chicken broth.
Yeah.
8 times 2, $16 right there. I recouped from the $40 bird.
Okay.
Yeah. That's Duff's cost-saving food hack of the week.
Yeah. Well, nice.
And yourself,
a good one.
You said you also had some
Yes,
sort
I
of
had
hack.
a money-saving hack. And this is probably quite a large one and a problem that our good buddy
I know what you're going to talk
fellow
about.
co-host BJ is running into.
Indeed.
So a few years ago, we made the decision that we were only going to go down to, I suppose, one car.
One vehicle. And that was a genius move, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was a huge money-saving hack.
Yeah.
Huge money-saving endeavor. And it's paid back dividends over the years.
And people probably don't even realize, like, all the different ways you save by having one car.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just the gas.
No. It's
the oil changes, the maintenance, the tires every few years,
the brakes,
insurance, registration.
Exactly.
The list goes on and on.
Exactly.
Just paying. Most people in the modern world, they don't even save to buy a car. They buy a car and then they keep paying for it.
Well,
right?
that's it. Exactly.
So you had none of that.
Nope.
Which is massive. Yeah.
So we tried it. We thought, okay, well, let's give this thing a shot and see what happens. And
I'll
it
admit
worked
I've
out.
been frustrated more than once with the fact that you do only have one car. But that's the trade-off.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to ask you
Yeah.
for a ride the
Yeah,
odd time.
that's happened a couple
Yeah.
times,
Yeah.
but when you think of the thousands you've saved
Exactly.
and the fact that you buy all the coffee when I pick you up,
Yes.
I wish. Yeah, no,
Yes.
you've saved a mint, man.
Oh, yeah, we have
I
saved a
think
mint.
your biggest expenses in life is your house and your car.
Oh, yeah.
So
Absolutely.
if you've cut your car expenses in half,
Oh, more than half.
whereas I kind of cut you off,
Yeah.
you were going to the other end of the spectrum with your buddy JB.
Yes, that's correct. So just today,
Yeah.
as you know, because you were talking about getting some maintenance done on
Yes.
on the F-150 Studio,
On the F-150 Studio.
that he chimed in with
Yeah.
his. Yeah, I
Costs
agree.
of
The
vehicles.
costs of vehicles are
Yeah.
skyrocketing. Meanwhile,
Especially when you have a fleet of them in your parking lot.
Meanwhile, he's got 3 of them. Exactly, a fleet
Yeah.
of vehicles in
Yeah.
his driveway,
I can't imagine.
or is that laneway?
I wonder if he gets like fleet coverage.
God, he should ask.
Yeah.
3 vehicles. Well, yeah, JB, come on. What do you expect?
If I had 3 vehicles,
3
I'd probably
cars.
need to structure time weekly just to see how every car is doing,
Yeah.
Which car needs tires, which car needs an oil change.
That's
Should I be
that's
filling them
3
up?
sets of
Yeah.
4 tires per vehicle.
I can't imagine.
That's 3 oil changes. That's
Yeah.
brakes on, at some point. All these
That's-
maintenance.
I couldn't
Like
do
you said,
it.
the insurance he pays, the gas paid.
The environmental
monthly-
footprint alone
the
would be
envi-
enough to
Yeah.
discourage me, I think.
Exactly.
Like, imagine how many planets we'd need if everyone had 3 cars.
Tell me about it.
You might as well go put that Elizabeth May sign back on your lawn that you just took off. Clearly,
Should
you feel
we-
strongly about
Climate
the
change?
environmental footprints of vehicle owners.
No, not at all.
Not at
my
all.
my 2 bikes are
Actually, yeah, you're one to talk.
80s and the 90s.
There's about 8
There's no
things. There's
emissions
about
on
8 things in here that are internal combustion
Yeah,
engines.
there's no emissions.
Bicycles, lawnmowers, snow blowers,
Exactly.
one car.
One car, which is probably more vehicle emissions friendly
yeah.
than all these put together.
What's next? You'll be flying on airplanes everywhere.
I used to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm not like your buddy JT.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. I mean, we got to save the planet flying everywhere.
I read somewhere.
He's
And I mean,
got
I'm-
more air miles.
Well, you could pick anyone that flies. You could pick any random celebrity, right?
Yeah.
And if they fly consistently,
Oh, they do.
they basically that 1% of the population burns more fuel than the other 99% will in their entire
yeah.
lifetime. But here we are meant to feel guilty,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
we drive our vehicles to the store and to work and you should carpool and all
hockey
this
practice.
stuff. It all makes sense. Sure. Like it's better to save money. There's a hack right there, carpool. It's better to save money and save emissions, sure, like combining and stuff, but it's demoralizing when you hear the stats where one David Suzuki hops on the plane to fly from Vancouver to Europe, and that's more gas than I'll ever burn in my lifetime.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I think they had that forum. Where
Yeah.
was it? Somewhere.
Copenhagen?
Was it in Copenhagen?
I don't know.
Somewhere in Europe.
Somewhere
it might
in
have
Europe,
been in the UK.
Brussels.
Yeah, anyway, they flew everybody
Yeah.
in. All these jets were sitting on the tarmac.
But
of
it
all
was an
these-
environmental conference.
Yeah, it was an environmental
Yeah.
conference. All these jets are sitting on
I
the
know.
tarmac
It
of the
sucks.
airport because they all flew there. But not only that, I mean, the Canadian contingent,
Yeah.
they bring over everybody and their pets to these places. So like you need about 4 planes to get them
Krista
there.
Freeland knows how to party. You're not going to leave her behind.
Oh, JT knows how to party.
JT.
Look at him, eh?
He's the piano man.
Oh God,
Good Lord.
what a rendition!
That was embarrassing. At a funeral, wasn't it?
It was at the Queen's.
Boris John. Oh, the
the night
Queen's.
before the Queen's
Yes.
Funeral.
I don't
know.
I'm
There's-
not going to pick on him for that. He can do what he wants to do. I don't like his politics, period. But a prime minister having a bit of downtime on his own when he thinks cameras on around, I'll cut him slack.
Nah, I don't think I will because I
No?
think it's time and place. To me, it's time and place. Okay, if he was there for the conference on
I don't
environmental...
think he would have did that if he knew someone was videoing him, for sure. I sure as heck hope not.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he has the right to some free time.
Yeah, he has the right to free time.
Even over there
you know,
on our dime, I know you and the Podbeanskis may not agree with that, but
I just think it's time and place.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the time to belt out a Queen song when you're there to
I'm not saying it
honor
was.
the
No. Yeah, I'm not saying it was.
historic passing of the Queen.
Yeah, sure.
75.
I don't disagree with
years
that.
of
I guess I'm frustrated it just got out there too, because he is the prime minister, and we should hold them to a high regard. And but I also think he deserves the right to have his own life too.
Oh yeah,
Like I personally don't care that much about the private lives of politicians and celebrities.
Well, it's like
know?
the time when he says, you know, he apologizes to the indigenous,
Yeah,
sets aside a day for reconciliation,
that was bad optics.
and then goes off
Yeah.
surfing in Tofino, British Columbia.
Yeah.
It's like,
No.
I don't think he
Well, but
thinks, or does
for
the
life-
people around
no,
him not think
That's
about
my
it?
point. For the
You know?
life of me, I don't know how that happens.
Are they just yes people?
I don't know. I
They
don't
must
get
be.
it.
They
I
must
don't
be
get
just yes
how.
people.
I don't know how that particular thing happened at all.
Yeah.
And they were really playing that up on the most recent Reconciliation Day on one of the radio shows.
Oh, yeah.
It was a trivia question,
Yeah.
and the host said, "Where did our prime minister spend Reconciliation Day?" And he named off like 3 indigenous communities.
Right. And none of them.
And didn't say Tofino, and then somebody guessed, and he goes, "Oh, trick question." He actually went surfing in Tofino.
Yeah.
Because everybody just assumes as time passes that he would have done something official and meaningful at the time, but
Well, you would have thought, yeah.
he was
Off surfing.
he had his
Yeah.
O'Neill board.
And I like I said, I don't think
Yeah.
the people around him must be just yes
There's
people.
something weird about it.
Because
yeah.
somebody should tell, hey, listen, you know,
You'd
that,
think.
it might not
Yeah.
look too good if you're off surfing. When
Or does he even care?
Or he might not even care.
Does he even
I mean,
care?
that's
Like,
that's the debate, I guess.
What does he have to worry about in his mind, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Anywho, yeah. So the money saving hacks, yeah, good link there to the vehicle usage, and that brings us to my immediate afternoon before I came here.
Oh.
I thought I would go get the F-150 Studios oil changed,
Oh, yeah.
and at the same time get the tires rotated.
Yeah.
So success on the first part.
Oh, you did have success on the
Oh,
oil
I got the
change.
oil changed done
Oh,
for
okay,
sure.
all
That's
right,
no problem. But the boys were looking at the tires saying, "Oh, do you have the tool?" And I'm like, "The tool?" They're like, "Yeah, you got special bolts on there." I'm like, "Oh, no, I can't." Because then it dinged on me. Our Prius, circa 1998,
Oh, there you go.
had a special tool for its
Right,
fancy lug nuts. So I kind of knew what he was talking about, but I'm like, I don't think mine's very fancy. They're all the same.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Oh no, we don't have that." I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me!" Because in the summer I had some of the bearings replaced by your buddy Jimmy. Remember that?
Yes.
And he talked nothing of this special tool. I dropped the truck off. I picked it up the next
he
day.
probably had the tool.
He would have had the tool.
He had the tool.
So it begs the question: how come this oil service company, which will remain nameless, doesn't have a tool to freaking take tires off? And they were upset at themselves because, man, they made me look for that thing
Well, I'm
under the seats and in the glove box.
I'm actually
and
kind of surprised
I can't
that the
believe they didn't.
manufacturer of the F-150 Studio, there's the lean to again.
Goal scored. You're surprised they didn't have the tool, as am I. They lost
that
$55 for me.
Did
Yeah.
not include that
Yeah.
with the vehicle.
That's ridiculous.
Now I know.
Well, no. So sorry.
Yeah.
They did.
Oh, they did.
So
you didn't
it
keep
wasn't
it in the
the
vehicle.
vehicle anywhere, but I have this little Rubbermaid of truck parts at home in the garage,
All right.
and sure enough, it was in there, never used.
They should have remembered.
But now the
bring it.
funny thing is, I'm just thinking I might go do the damn thing myself.
Just put that tool
Okay.
in your glove
well,
compartment.
it's right in the truck now.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, see, when we change the tires at the farm on the various fleet of vehicles, it's one wheel up, one wheel down, right? One wheel up, like you up, take it off, put it on, take it down. But to rotate tires on the truck, I'm going to
need
need
both up.
half the truck up. So
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that, and I don't know if we're set up for that. But assuming I could do that, it can't be that hard.
Well,
5
you'll need
bolts, like boom off.
Jack stands.
Yeah.
A jack.
Oh, the stands, right?
Yeah.
So
I
in
got some
theory, you would jack it up, put a stand on,
Yep.
take the jack down, go to the other axle, jack it up, stand,
Yep.
and then boom, boom.
Yeah.
See, these guys were going to charge, I think, $55 plus tax for that.
For all 4 tires.
Yeah.
Or per tire. So you never know
Money
these days.
saving hack.
right?
Duff is not paying
No,
$55
but you never-
a tire.
You
to
never
get-
know these days.
You never know. It was
Yeah.
$55 for the job, I
Right?
think.
Okay, well, that's all right.
We can't even assume stuff like that anymore, can
No,
we?
because usually when I have the tires,
Yeah.
if I do it myself,
Yeah.
which is a money saving hack in itself.
It is.
But if I didn't,
Maybe
it
I'll
would
just bring it here. Could it fit in here?
Wouldn't fit in here. We can do it on the driveway. I've got the stands, which I
think
think,
it would
would
fit.
carry the
I
weight
think
of your
it would
vehicle.
fit. You don't think my truck would fit in here?
Well, it would probably fit. I'm just saying.
You'd have to clean the garage.
Yeah.
And you don't want to do that.
No.
You don't want to
Not
move
yet.
the bicycles.
No, but we could do it on my driveway. I think my jack stands would.
If it's a nice day, maybe we'll consider that.
Yeah.
I'd rather give you $8
Thanks.
than
buy the coffee,
than
okay?
I'll just buy the
as
coffee.
usual.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we will. That is a true money saving hack. You will have saved Duff
Because
over $60.
When I have the one time that I didn't do the
Yeah.
change the summers to winters,
Right.
it cost $125 a few years ago
Just to
now,
rotate.
to remove the summers, put
Yeah.
the winters on.
$100 a few years ago?
125, yeah. So I wonder what it is today.
Then you know what? I'm glad I still do that on the car. I do that myself, and I help out my parents with their vehicles. Wow, over $100, eh?
Yeah.
Jeez. I'm kicking myself, though, because when your buddy Jimmy did the wheel bearing job in the summer,
Yeah.
he suggested rotating the tires, and I think it would have cost me $40 at the time.
Yeah, you should probably done it
It's a
then.
friggin' no-brainer. I thought, I don't need to. It's the middle of the summer. Why
now
not?
you're-
And now, the whole point is, as you know, I'm
Yeah.
kind of mildly in the market for new tires
Yeah.
because the backs are very low, but the fronts are fine.
Yeah, the treads are.
And I say very low. I mean, there's not a safety thing. They're fine. But come winter time, I think I'd like to at least have them switched,
Yeah.
and then I should be okay.
Yeah.
And then maybe next year get a new set.
Because technically it's a rear wheel
It's
drive.
rear wheel drive. Yeah. So your power's at the back.
Yeah.
So they do wear more than the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you go into 4-wheel drive
4-wheel drive, which I could drive
all the time.
all the time, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to.
Yeah.
So yeah, there
That'll
you
eat
go.
up more gas, which is not a money saving hack. You'll end up spending more on gas going.
Oh,
4x4
We could
all the
almost
time.
have an opposite of a money saving.
Yeah,
hack,
yeah.
eh?
Ways
Whatever.
to spend more
Ways
money.
to spend more money unnecessarily.
Exactly.
4-wheel drive. So you mentioned this earlier. The NHL is back.
Ah, yes.
And I thoroughly enjoyed watching the Habs home opener last night
I
against
did
the
watch
hated
that.
Leafs.
Oh, yeah.
Did you catch it too?
I
We
did.
We didn't talk about this.
No, I did catch it.
I turned it on midway through the third.
Somebody
for-
called me.
For shits and giggles.
Yeah.
And it was a 2-2 tie at the time. And the Habs went up 3-2. And the place went wild.
Yeah.
There was maybe 5 minutes left. I don't remember exactly. And people were looking for a victory at that point. If the Leafs don't come back within a minute and tie it up again.
I know, right?
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was,
It was,
all, at that point. So full transparency here. I'm an Ottawa Sens fan,
Yeah, me
as
too.
you are.
Yeah.
But I did grow up liking Montreal and hating Toronto. So
Yeah.
I probably was a 52% for the Habs, in that game. 40.
Yeah, then they came back and won it anyway.
Well, I was going to paint the picture Tony
Oh,
Gabriel,
I'm sorry.
Tony Gabriel style, but that's fine.
Yeah.
So the Leafs tie it up, and then with less than a minute left, Montreal clinches.
Yeah. What a bad giveaway by
Oh, yeah.
Muzzin the cousin. And the reason why I call him Muzzin the cousin is
Yeah.
because
He's your cousin?
He's not my cousin.
Oh.
But you know
Flavio.
Flavio.
Are you
It's
kidding?
his cousin.
No way.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like first cousin?
First cousin, yeah.
Holy jumpins.
I know, right?
Where's he from?
I don't know.
Well, is Flavio from Ottawa?
I don't know either.
I don't know either. Yeah. Oh, whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, it's wasn't a cousin. Well, it might not be the first cousin. Might be a second.
But my funny thing was just, you might have saw it on our CCC tweet line today. I was poking a little bit of fun at Murray and how Leafs Nation thinks he's the savior. This guy struggled with Ottawa last year. Yeah. I like Matt Murray.
I was surprised he didn't get injured last night.
I know. I like Matt Murray. I was a huge, hopeful fan when we signed him.
Me too.
Feel bad it didn't work out here. I still wish him well.
Yeah.
But if you're a so-called contender like the Leafs,
well, you're just hoping that he gets his form
you're hoping.
back. With
you're putting it all.
The Penguins.
It's a lot of hope. Exactly.
But I mean, if you look, you got to compare the two teams.
Yeah. True.
And Malkin, Crosby compared to Marner and Matthews, but then
the Leaf fans, Leafs Nation would say that that's a pretty
probably
good comparison.
The defense is where it falls off.
They still don't have defense.
Yeah.
And you know what though? The recipe works fine in the regular season.
Defense
it was comical losing last night to a horrible team, but statistically the Leafs should win a ton of games. Yeah. Because nobody plays defense in the regular season.
Happens. Ottawa plays tonight. They're
it'll be fun to watch.
And then they play Saturday against the Leafs.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Here or there?
I think it might be the Leafs home opener.
Okay.
I'm not
I hope
sure,
it's
though,
there.
100%.
I think we play better away early on.
My sister
Excuse
sent
me.
Because I sent.
This is great. You should share this with the listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
because everything she's about to say that you're about to share is true.
Yeah.
Right.
So I sent my brother and her a text this morning. They're both Leaf fans.
Oh, just to say.
Leafs suck.
Did you hear the score or something?
No, I just said Leafs suck. All right. Yeah. So my brother said, yeah, they do suck. Or he said he couldn't agree more. But anyway, my sister, just a little while ago, before we started the cast, sent me a text with this, I don't know what you call that. What would you call that?
A guide?
A guide.
Yeah, it says a guide.
A step-by-step guide to hating the Leafs. All right?
Love
so
it.
I'm going to read these. There's 6 of them.
Yeah.
Number 1, be obsessed with the Leafs losing anything, preseason, regular season, or playoffs. Check. Number 2, talk about the Leafs more than your own team.
Probably.
Yeah, check. Number 3, make some variation of the same joke constantly. Pretty much.
1967.
67, first round exit, consistent first round exit. Yeah. Number 4, cheer for any team that is playing the Leafs.
Always.
I mean, I hate the Habs too. Yeah. I hate the Canadians, but I'll still cheer for the Canadians.
So my playoffs are done when my team is out and the Leafs are out.
Yeah.
If the Leafs are still on, I'm cheering for Pittsburgh,
for the other
Boston,
team. Yeah,
whoever.
Exactly. Yeah. Number 5, tell everyone the reason you hate the Leafs is because of how annoying their fans are. But act exactly the same way.
I don't know. I don't agree with that one.
Yeah.
Not every fan acts like Leaf fans.
No.
And not every Leaf fan is the same either. But
no, the majority.
The majority are just obnoxious.
But Habs and Leafs fans.
Habs fans can be really obnoxious too. Yeah.
Yeah. They're pretty much on par.
That's true.
The other thing about the Leafs that, that you should joke about is that the fact that they don't spell Leafs correctly.
Right.
It should be Leaves. Right? Instead, they
grammatically incorrect.
Grammatically incorrect.
Brutal.
Yeah. And finally, number 6, complain about all everyone ever talks about is the Leafs. Now, you know what?
That's so
I am going to complain about that because I'm looking for news. I go to the sportsnet.ca, I guess, and TSN.
Yeah.
And the top of their homepage on the news,
I know. It's
all Leafs.
Yeah.
All Leafs.
Thankfully, in 2022, we've got regional broadcasts, and we tend to get our local team most nights. Well, if not every night.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, TSN
But back in the
that.
day, there were nights when Ottawa was in the freaking playoffs, and we had to watch a Toronto game.
Yeah, well, that's happening now. Like, how Sportsnet has the contract.
Sure, but you could still buy the game somehow now. Like, we didn't even have a choice. Friggin' CBC, when they were the only game in town, they would nationally pick,
and
Montreal or
CBC
Toronto.
Ottawa, but it's happening now when I go to my dad's house on Saturday nights.
Yeah.
CBC Ottawa does not carry
No, I know.
Sens. He doesn't
Which is
have,
horrible for different reasons.
Yeah.
I get it. He doesn't have City TV
He doesn't have
or whatever it's on,
the
right?
Sportsnet.
Yeah.
All the Sportsnet channels.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried. I just see that I have a low battery on my computer.
Well, I think our batteries are a little low too. We
Yeah.
must be getting near the
we're at
50-minute mark.
1 hour.
1 hour. There you go.
Yeah. But anyway,
Okay.
I'm just saying
Yep.
that guide was absolutely correct.
Other than just the one point that says all fans act like Leaf fans, that is not true.
No.
And I've seen games. Oh, another rough group of fans is Buffalo. You ever seen a Buffalo? You ever been in the?
No. But I've been to the Madison Square Garden. Seen
Okay,
a
Ranger
Rangers
fans.
game.
I think they're hockey fans. They're Ranger fans, and that sure. But the Buffalo fans were just.
Yeah, that's who Ottawa.
I'll
plays
never
tonight.
forget. Yeah, that's true. I'll never forget the game I saw there. The USA chant broke out.
Oh yeah, right.
USA.
Yeah.
Buffalo versus, I think I went when Ottawa was playing. USA. And I just got to thinking, like, at the time, the roster of the Buffalo Sabres was probably 80% Canadians and 2 Czechs,
There was
But no, probably
American-born
not.
players on
but
the
it
team.
was a USA chant,
Yeah,
which I
yeah.
thought was comical, but just annoying too, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think all fans can be as silly as the Leafs and the Habs, but maybe I'm just, it's hard to see when
Possible.
when you're part of that. Maybe I don't know. Yeah. So
All right.
I'm good. I look forward to having JB back hopefully
Considering
next time.
Considering that the power's about to run out on the.
Yeah. And we'll be back at Scotty's. Maybe.
Yeah, but next weekend I don't think I've got anything. But
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm down in Lake Placid this weekend watching my daughter.
Yes, and I may be. We're
Yeah,
going
I
to see
might
how
see you
that
down
works
there,
out.
eh?
We're going to see how that works out. In fact, I just got a reply back from my potential host down there.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Good.
well, I guess we can talk about that off cast.
Yes.
That's Cop Car Coffee. Yeah. I
Yeah, you
told
just
you about
replied?
this hip
Yeah.
camp thing.
Yeah.
35
hopefully
bucks a night.
yeah,
Not
that's
like
good.
your $180,000
280.
place.
There's another money saving hack.
Yeah. Camping.
Camping.
Yeah.
Yeah.